Good evening everyone, welcome to another video. I'm Maz and today is the third year update of my XF ownership. So yes, it's been 3 years since I purchased this car. Feels like an eternity away. Looks very different to when I first got the car. But yes, this is probably the final year I'll be owning this car. The final full year at least. So far the car is at 92,000 miles. Barely had any issues, just human error and wear and tear. So this car, in a way, has been quite dependable. It is worth mentioning that I always fill up with Shell V-Power, and that's probably what is helping this car last a lot longer. It is common that people use cheap fuel on these things, and when I last used cheap fuel on this car, Tesco Momentum for example, it felt like the car didn't want to drive. It felt like it was first thing in the morning and it just woke up. So if you are thinking about owning an XF, I do strongly recommend using V-Power, as it does help the car operate better. Let's get the elephant in the room sorted. Yes, the car is dirty. I didn't really get much time to wash the car. Any changes? Well, since last year's update, these slats are now OEM black, so the whole front end is now OEM black pack. These wheels may need some touch up. The paint is now peeling off. These were originally silver. The indicators, they dramatically enhance the way the mirrors look. I think it complements the black pack very well. I also probably think about getting a ceramic coat that lasts quite long. I think the one that was used on this car lasted for about a few months and then it just went back to normal. Swirls even came back and everything. Forgot to mention around the back, that is not an OEM black finisher. In fact, it's wrapped. There's a little bit of silver there showing. So maybe just to finish it off, I'll probably get an OEM black one. And yep, there's a cover missing from the screw. And the lower valance has lasted very well. And yes, the lower valance is blacked out. Yes, that was done before last year's update, but it's holding very well. And I do recommend having that part done in black, as it does finish off the rear of the car, especially a black one. I was thinking about getting mud flaps, but I sort of stalled and forgot about them. Yes, I do recommend getting mud flaps for cars. One of the biggest highlights about adding additions to the car would be the carbon interior. Inside, this car is full of black piano, and I decided to go the carbon way of covering every single black piano plastic, bar the climate control area in carbon. It sort of keeps the dark black look, but at the same time it's not as scratch happy or swirl happy. But yeah, modifications were quite minimal to this car video wise. I remember back in 2020 I did a lot more modification videos. 2021 was more car event, and yeah, 2022 is much more similar to 2021 in that regard. So what future plans do I have with this car? Well, obviously get it washed, probably get the wheels redone, and maybe the odd dings and scratches dealt with. But I'm very keen on getting something new to the channel. I'll probably sell this car around tail end of this year, beginning of next year. Only time will tell, that remains to be seen. I really want an F-Type. I'll probably go for a P300 due to how expensive fuel prices have become. And speaking of fuel prices, the difference between petrol and diesel at fuel stations have gone quite big. It's about 10p a litre more compared to petrol. So yeah, all that MPG I've been getting and fuel saving is probably nullified by all those high price rises with V-Power diesel in particular, in comparison to petrol, let alone fuel prices in general. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching me talk about my ownership experience about my XF, the third year in this case. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you are new, ring the bell to stay up to speed, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!